Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. The time came for us to speak about Mars. Very important period of time. Mars transit to Libra, and it's actually start transit tomorrow. I was surprised to hear so many people saying October 3rd. It's actually today. I'm making video on 4th. You can see in the sky, it's still in 30 degrees, and he transferred to Libra from October 3rd to November 15th. Now, what's really important for us to understand, this is not just any typical Mars transit to next sign. We have a very important guest sitting there for the last few weeks. It's left for Ketu to be there for the next few weeks until end of October. So the whole energy of the house of Libra, it's been almost like tired and can't wait to be released from the jail because the lunar nodes, both of them, they malefic, just on different level. And when we're going through our lunar nodes every 18 years, very, very karmic period of time, each of us on different level, we really feel a lot of changes in our life, in our identity. So right now, especially, my applause to all the Libras, whatever you Libra Sun, even Libra Sun, if you have very strong Sun, you should always check under your Sun sign. Do not ignore your Sun. But if you have a strongest Moon, or you have in this way as well to check if you're in natal chart, you actually lunar node in Libra and in Mars, Libra and Aries. So it's really, really directly affecting you big time. All of us, but specifically, the correction on your ascendant, your Lord, etc. So, before we can find the answers to any question, what does my future hold for me, right? We really need to understand how to look back in time. All things of the future have their roots in the past. So Ketu is represent past, right? Ketu, and in Kabbalistic astrology, it's called South Node, the tail of the dragon, and it's represent energy of people who follow somebody, followers, army people. It represents spirituality, intuition, mistakes we make, the blindness, the ignorance we have, and all the obstruction, as well as represent energy of fire. So the South Node is the roots, doorway to our spiritual evolution. It relates to past deeds and karma. Makes sense that connect to the Saturnian energy, Saturnian principle. This is Ketu, right? While Rahu, the North Node, connect to Jupiter, Jupiterian energy. So the Ketu, which is right now gonna any second already meeting with Mars, they really like, because it's, Saturnian principles of limits and karma leading to inevitable depths in repair we need to go through this lifetime. Each of us on different level, different signs. So the Ketu is also called Lord of Scorpio. So we have, sign of Scorpio, not just by Mars and Pluto. There's a Ketu sitting, right? In this way, this is why Mars and Aquarius, very karmic houses as well in Gemini. But Scorpio in Aquarius, because both of them have three major combination there. It's really, really powerful. Now, it makes Scorpio more mystical, by the way. So sign of Scorpio, one of the reasons it's make them more mystical and esoteric, they have esoteric ability, intuition, because of the Ketu touching really come from the house of Scorpio. So now we have Mars and we have Ketu, more very much familiar with each other, but definitely Ketu much more malefic than Mars. Mars not malefic in the sense really to give us too much hard time. He's just, uncontrollable young man, so to say. But Ketu definitely will make sure that we will get our lessons. This is the whole point of Ketu, right? So in the meantime, the obstructive ability of Ketu are strongly showing in the annual solar eclipse, which is coming on October 14. I encourage you to listen to my video. Going to be very strong. And one of the things I didn't mention to my video, I was looking again, there's the sun actually this time in very weak position. During the eclipse, sun going to be really not strong. I think the last time we have such a weak sun was 9 years ago. So this is why this solar eclipse and lunar eclipse going to be a little bit more on the heavy side, even though it's a partial solar eclipse, because it's not completely covered. You will see almost like a fiery circle around, while the moon going to cover sun, but moon, it's going to be too far, it's I mean too close, so it's not gonna to us and from the sun to cover completely sun. So this is the type of solar eclipse that appears as a shadow, right? So Ketu and the moon in this case phrased it by the fiery ring of sun. So Ketu is already represent fire, and is really the shadow that the earth cast, which it's aligned with the eclipse process. Is this is the moment that you find out that the things that has been standing in your way, all the obstacles, it was all along you yourself. You are your own obstacles. This is what this eclipse gonna showing us, because of the Ketu in Libra. It's all about relationship, and most important, your relationship with yourself, right? Very important eclipse. So now Mars going to the scene there, so everything can be very interesting. Now, let me just for us to remind and to appreciate the energy of Mars, right? Because in Kabbalistic astrology, Mars is known as a red planet called Ma'adim, and it is represent created by two letters, by letter Dalit. And because Mars in Scorpio and Scorpio created by letter Nun, Dalit and Nun together, it's a translation of court, judgment, din. So this energy definitely going to be together there. Mars going to make sure he's going to bring this energy. And by all signification, people often misunderstand Mars as a bad planet. No, Mars is a power machine, is the powerful planet. It can work out miracles if we learn how to control our own energy, our own reactive system, and make Mars work for us. Because remember, my channel, it's not astrological prediction, it's a learning channel. It's for us to understand how we can use the power of creator inside of us, the spark was given to us, to control all the astrological bodies. Now, Mars, while it's still called, like a malefic passion energy, it's energy of war, of righteous, and it's a night planet as well. So it represents self-expression, independence. It's a core value and aggressive energy as well. So it is instrumental in acquiring land properties, making a decision, will to be with principles, support you in the long run, your professional status, by the way, and your career, your influence in the society. Mars extremely important, how you understand your financial depths as well. And Mars as well, very important planet for our health, because according to our natal chart, depends where Mars in your natal chart, this is your really the strongest house work this lifetime to work on your body and to make sure you keep this these parts of your body really in a good shape by taking care of the whole body, of course, right? You cannot just look after your hand while your head not in proper place. So it's really important. Now, Mars left Virgo, the Mercury sign, and now it's transiting to Libra, Venus sign. That is still dealing with the Ketu South Node challenge energy, right? Which is occupied Libra sign since April 2022. We're talking about Ketu. So now the last time Mars joined Ketu in the same sign in a house in Scorpio was previous year in January. So it was really, if you remember, the 2022 in January, it's created a lot of health issues for many signs. So the Scorpio is co-ruler, right, for Mars and Ketu, and they do have some similarity. And like I told you before, and another thing, what we always need to remember, Ketu will always win. No matter how Mars can try, Ketu always taking over. But the good news, the Ketu gonna stay there and to have really strong influence on Mars for the next few weeks. And already the end of the October, it's going to release the energy because it's going to be already moving to next sign, the sign of Virgo. While Mars gonna more separate. What I will do on the sky, I will turn on speed rule, and you guys, while you're gonna watch the video after, definitely look if you have anything, any planet in your chart, the Mars gonna pass by. It's going to be extremely important for you, especially health-wise, your nervous system. extremely important. So let's see what kind of environment they can create this time and how we can control this conflicted energy by preventing any potential conflicts in relationships, especially in relationship. And now, what is the sign Mars going to be? Let's right away understand in much depth. Let's go to the seat. It's Libra. Libra, it's definitely one of the main parts. It's lungs. It's the breathing system. So any air disease will be challenge. So whatever it's coming with the COVID, whatever we're gonna see in front of us, it's going to be activated actually cosmically as well. So what is the air disease? According to Kabbalah and according to Holy Zohar, any air disease ever will be created by people who speak Lashon Hara. What is the Lashon Hara? Evil speech. When you gossip, when you speak about other person, when you even mention other person for no reason, it can be gossip as well, because you now activating the energy of this person, you involve in the person who you're talking to. So any conflicts potential you can prevent, and you can restrict your mouth while a Mars in air sign. I strongly recommend to really watch yourself out. Everything would and you anything comes from your mouth, and definitely first what comes to your mind. Any thoughts, recognize if it's the thought you invited or it's just been sent to you to push you again. And make sure that anyone who come to you and going to tell you any stories, you will be able to be strong enough to stop this person and very politely to reject any communication. Then you actually not going to serve you this this knowledge. So this is one of my most important point and more important tools, and my really recommendation to all of us to prevent the airborne disease or any conflicts. Our mouth is a power machine. It can kill and it can rebuild somebody, and to rebuild it's much harder. To kill someone by destroying, by embarrassing somebody, or by just thinking then you know what you see and creating a not good environment behind the scene for this person. This is definitely one of the main reasons why we have war in the world. Again, according to Kabbalah in the Holy Zohar, people die, 95% of people die from Lashon Hara, from evil speech. I'm going to make a separate video on evil speech. It's extremely important for us to understand. Now, the nature of Ketu, as I said, is the headless body. Now, while Mars rules the head, right, because it's connect to a ruler of Aries, we have Ketu, hair without head. So let's use our critical thinking. Let's put our logic and our, as a good learner, as a, Talmid Chacham, this partnership can create an exciting cosmic energy that we all can experience. And the logic, we will need to learn how to use the logic and the action of Mars, our intuition and detachments from Ketu, how we're going to use them together. So the strongest period of this match, like I said, in the first 2.5 weeks, especially first 2 weeks. It's right now, we really starting right now. Yesterday, you probably already feel it. And for the next 2 weeks, just, in a good way, just be, so to say, blind and deaf. Just, and don't listen to anything not necessary. Don't speak unnecessary words. You're going to make yourself so much favor. So before the lunar nodes transit to the new signs, we will need to say goodbye to this energy. And I really feel I'm going to send so much love and straight to you guys, Libra and Aries, because it looks like Cosmos before the fairway goodbye to the lunar nodes from your signs. He really wants to make sure that you really get your lessons and you become even stronger by giving you right now the boost of Mars. So it was and it's very transformative time on emotional level, right? As well physical. So after all, Mars is responsible for our physical body. And as well, because of the Ketu and Mars all coming from Scorpio, it directly connects to the sexual organs. Very, very important. What really sexuality represents for us, the life and death energy, both of them. So we must remember that both eclipses, which is coming, the solar and lunar eclipse now in October, will be influenced by Mars. You understand? So it's activation even more of fire. We're going to feel, even those of us who are more patient usually, we're going to feel impatience, potentially. Sudden events going to happen, the passion. We need to learn how to, control the energy of passion. It's like electricity. If when you see the plug in a wall for electricity, you can see there's a middle guy, right? The filament, the center column energy. Always make sure you, before you're gonna jump from one place to another, you go into the center, you observe, you zoom out. This is how you're using the restriction and power given to you, and to become more balanced. So on the positive note, as I see, it can help us to adapt better to new lunar nodes. It's almost giving us distraction, because the positions, by redirecting our attention to more critical day-to-day stuff because of Mars, we're going to occupy it with domestic matters, by the way, this time, very time, because it's all about one-on-one relationship. It makes us insecure and angry with other people. So we know how with the restriction is the key to go through this period. Anytime it's good, but now it's going to be just more passion and more triggered. So where we are compromising our spiritual growth, it's really important, because Ketu will push us to give us this doubt about our spiritual work. So we need to understand in spirituality to compromise your essence by not connecting to your spirit and your spirituality only because you live in some society, or you have a group of friends who think differently, or they don't believe in that, and you diminish yourself. This is one of the biggest no for the soul growth. Even our parents, we have alacha, it's a spiritual law. We have 613 mitzvot, precepts. It's not exactly precepts, it's the way of the molecular structure in our body and outside world. It actually says then, even if our parents not on a spiritual path, or they against what spirituality for us, we don't need to listen to them, because we cannot let people who stay. I'm just as an example, friends, parents, anyone, or maybe you're lucky enough opposite, your parents and your friends are helping you to grow spiritually, good. But if not, you really need to pay attention, because our spiritual growth is while making others happy, we can lose the opportunity we came to do in this work, in this lifetime. So you can potentially understand the danger and the trap of compromise. I really, really can stress enough. And Mars, what good about this position? Mars gonna help us to awaken the energy and desire, because desire is a life. It's directly connected to the life too, because without desire, we cannot really live our life here. We're not supposed to be sad and constantly worry. No, when we understand how the law of creation works, what is the cause and effect, how things work, we need at least to study that and to understand where we came from, why we feel and see things certain way. And instead to work against yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and then with a loving energy, with loving eye, you can help yourself much more, right? Because one of the most important things as a spiritual being is never compromise your beliefs, your spirituality of your and yourself with that, right? Now, on the physical level, Mars and Libra represent as well our private parts, because of the Mars combination as well. It's represent the lungs, buttocks, and it's represent low back. And low back directly connect to the sustenance, by the way. According to Kabbalah, when we have low back problem, it's repeat himself, or we have a chronic disease or something, it's connected to the insecurity about what sustenance represent and money for you. And it's represent the renal system as well, adrenaline system, by the way, represent, and it's represent kidneys. So Libra, this is for general for everyone to pay attention because of Mars in Libra, and then I will go through all 12 signs. I'm sorry, guys, if it gets a little bit longer, but I just kind of to want us to have more learning conversation, and then just to give you information. I wanted to use your critical thinking to understand how astrological body works in upper level, how we can communicate with them, and do the tango, the dance with the sky, instead to be afraid of the sky. No, absolutely not. Now, Mars in Libra can activate, like I said, different energy, especially in relationships. So my recommendations, at least try not to analyze anyone, not, like I said, anything connect to your speech, it's need to be really, really close evaluated, right? We need to be more diplomatic and caring. After all, after all, it's Libra. It's represent diplomacy in the marriage, and it any kind of relationship, and it's really kind sign, Libra. Libra really looking for peace while they constantly attract the conflicts. This is the contradiction in spirituality in our life, right? It can impact solitude in inner reflection with ourselves. We can have a search and energy to engage in spiritual practice. So definitely push for spiritual practice. Any doubt comes, doubt is good because you earn to be spiritual, to have your belief. It's good sometimes to not even doubt. It's more like to go deeper and to practice in your life what is really spirituality, represent for you. It's extremely important. Now, take private time and engage with yourself, with conversation with creator. It's really important. It's called in Hebrew itbadidut. It's a good thing to practice every morning when you early wake up, especially if you can wake up really early, when the fresh energy with all the set of angels, which is the energy of sky not interacted with so many messages, everything more quiet. This is the time when you can do the introspection, like a deeper understanding of your own awareness of the creation and the creator within you. It's really, really important. It's the Mars definitely can help us to reconnect with ourselves on more profound way than we actually think, especially because of Ketu Dao. And by the way, this combination can definitely help us to start new destiny, because we don't need to be stuck. Guys, if you do charts with me, if you're my clients or students, I always telling you, whatever we have in our natal chart, it doesn't need to make us slave for this lifetime. We learn about ourselves, we understand things, we close this chapter, we say goodbye or thank you to everyone who came before, who's not serving our process anymore, and we can start a completely new chapter. This is the whole idea. Okay, very important. Now I'm going to start quickly with Libra, because for you guys it's in the first house, and it can bring energy of assertiveness. It's a motivation for you. It's going to be God willing, if you're really taking care of your body on a physical level, and you already you live lifestyle by study spirituality, you try to understand the bigger picture, not just to connect too much to details, which is can with so much information around, can make us really weak sometimes. So your personal goals, self-improvement, and your individuality will really help you after this period of time. For almost 18 months with lunar nodes, you're going to feel fresh by end of October, because the Mars will stay there until middle of November. You're going to have really good time. You're suddenly going to feel like you get new set of wings. It's really, really good period of time. Now, because it's in the first house, definitely pay attention of yourself, your vitality, your total health, your appearance. You probably will have a desire suddenly to change something about your appearance, because Mars definitely knows how to do this. It's your diet, any surpass energy, just to really understand and learn how to bring yourself to the happy place by yourself. Nobody needs to come and give you compliment in order to be happy. You need to learn by now how to switch you from one moment to another and to be in control. This is the whole idea. It's represent headaches, and it's represent brain and face and skull, and because it's represent as well head, and it's represent mouth. Control your mouth. It's extremely important. Okay, I wish you good luck, Libra. I'm send you so much hugs. I can imagine what you've been going through, and you have unbelievable year to come. I'm just telling you guys, after everything what you went through, just stay tuned until end of a little bit beginning of November, until this energy completely move from you, and you will see. Because this period of time, I don't recommend to anyone do anything new beginning, really, really new. I really recommend, while Mars going to be there with Ketu in Libra, especially with Ketu, do not do anything new, because Ketu it's the king of misleading. Okay, so it can just on the practical note. Now for Scorpions, guys, for you it's going to be in the 12th house, and its impact in your spirituality, and its impact in your inner reflection, in your solitude, in your mysticism inside of you. And you may feel search of energy to engage in spiritual practice, and it's a good thing for you. and you're going to have unbelievable dreams, unbelievable. And there may also be tendency toward feeling restless or isolation, like two opposites. Suddenly you really miss and you want to speak to someone, you want to express yourself, and suddenly you completely want to be on your own because of the 12th house. So just pay attention to that, right? It is because Mars can bring sense of urgency and then clash with Libra's natural inclination. It's will, make sure you will know how to balance this energy. Now, because it's represent 12 house Pisces, you need to pay attention to your eyes, especially your left eye, your lymphatic system, your spine, your feet, and your teeth. So this is kind of in a nutshell. Okay, guys, I wish you good luck, Scorpios. Now, next one, we have a Sagittarius. For you guys, it's going to be an 11th house. 11th house, it's a great house, definitely. It's in you. You may feel surge of energy and motivation to engage in group activities, network, marketing, and pursue your long-term goals. Because 11th house, it's a good house for understanding bigger picture as well. But however, there may also be tendency toward conflict or power struggle with relationship or social circle. Just whatever your community, you're part of the community or you're part of some sort of circle, you may attract some conflicts to yourself because it's all represent, it's come from 11th house. So Mars can bring intense, assertive energy. So just pay attention. And you just diplomacy, just really be practical. It's really important to be spiritual, practical person. And it says find yourself teacher and buy yourself friend. So it's definitely for 11th house. Make sure you invest in your friends before you asking of them to be certain way. Okay. And with regards to body parts, because it's in represent Aquarius, you need to pay attention to your calves, your left ear, your arms, circulation system, lymphatic system as well. So your legs, your teeth, your ankles. So make sure that whatever you exercise, you really taking care of this part of your bodies as well. Okay, it's really important. Now, next one we have a Capricorn. Capricorns, for you, it's going to be in the 10th house, your own house. It's amazing actually for you. And you are one of the signs who know how to manipulate a certain energy for your own benefit in a good way. So this is the time when you can use this type of traits of character you have. You may feel a search for motivation to act in your career goals big time. Your authority, your energy inside of you, it may make progress in your professional adventure for sure. Like I'm looking at and I'm thinking, for you it's such a big opportunity to grow this period of time. You understand? It's really important. But it's also can create some tendency by be overcritical or impatient in your workplace and with the projects you do, which can create conflicts in the work environment. So make sure you're aware of that and make sure you hear your co-workers and not just what you want to say. Okay. And same thing at home, by the way, because you're in opposite with fourth house, and the fourth house going to remind you all the time, then your home, your family, extremely important. Now for you Aquarius, let's remember what you're dealing with this right now, right? You guys have Shabtai, Saturn, right now in your house. It's definitely skin peeling, but so rewarding, so rewarding. And we need to remember we have Ketu, which has a quality of Saturn. So it's something very familiar to you in some way, right? And don't forget the Rahu, right? It's represent your home. So for you, Aquarius, you may feel search of energy, and it's in the ninth house, right? I mentioned for you guys, it's in the ninth house. So you can feel urge of motivation to expand your horizon, to engage in learning and teaching, to receive and share, information. It's really important. Explore new perspective. Even the spirituality, you will be able to go deeper and simple at the same time, because Mars loves simplicity, while Ketu love to complicate things in order to make us earn every step away. You may also be have tendency toward, be a little bit overcritical or dogmatic in your own beliefs. So make sure when you're going to have conversation and you're going to learn with other people or teach, be open, understand, and always sit in the other person's chair to understand where he's coming from. And the other people belief system doesn't need right away to be understood, what you're trying to tell them or your belief system. Just accept others. It's really important. Now, because it's a nine house, it's a house of Sagittarius, you need to pay attention on the physical level. Your hips, your legs, your thighs, your knees, your joints, bones, hair, your back as well, right? To make sure you exercise, your balance. Not exercise when you have a good mood, exercise when you're especially not in a good mood, okay? Very important. I wish you good luck, Aquarius. Now, for you, Pisces, this transit of Mars is going to be in your eighth house. Now, eighth house is house of Scorpio. It's the fire, it's the water of fire, right? So Scorpio, even though it's a water energy, it's still fire. But you and Scorpio, you exchange houses this time, and you very familiar in the sense of mysticism and behind the scene to create the plan of action. And you may feel search of energy and motivation to take action on financial matters. um, you know, your intimate connections, engage in personal transformation. You will have a urge to understand deeper things and to put on hold and wait and do with the financial plan of action when it's really necessary. And you may can help others to gain by using your intuition, by using your knowledge. This is what I love about Pisces. When Pisces use the intuition, one of the best business people, because really Pisces, it's in a nutshell, it's not just about numbers and logic. It's about really, the psychic, the behind the scene to see, and Pisces definitely can do that. You may also be a tendency for conflicts or power struggles related to share sources or intimacy, which can create emotional stress in personal relationships. So make sure you understand that, right? And give your partner more space and more loving eye, and don't go to your hurt place. Just be bigger than that, okay? Because you can avoid this impulsive and reactive behavior by, I call passion aggressive. It's how I call usually it's passive aggressive, right? So this is can what this energy can create for you. Now, with regards to your health, Pisces, because you are going transit through Mars will affect you through your eighth house. Now, eighth house is house of Scorpio, as we mentioned. So the Scorpio, on a physical level, you really need to pay attention to your pelvis, your sexual organs, anything around the chakra of procreation, your colon system, your venereal diseases, any, just make sure not inappropriate relationship with someone. Well, it's your definitely your business, but to make sure this period of time it's going to create some negative energy by any some sexual relationship, then you don't really know the person. Prostate as well. And the Scorpions, because of the fire, this conflict of fire energy, now you're gonna Pisces gone through really a deep place of mysticism, because you are all about spirituality, but now spirituality with the flavor of mysticism. So it's going to be interesting, good period of time. If you actually wanted to study astrology, you study Kabbalistic knowledge, the all the mysticism of universe, the law of creation. This is amazing time for you. You're going to get such a big insight. So I wish you good luck, Pisces. Now for you guys, Aries, Rahu is still in your house. You are sharing right now the tikkun, the correction of incarnations of lunar nodes in the the emotional states. You really can feel really like you're reborn again, because the Rahu in your house. Now, for you, it's going to be in the seventh house. So the Mars is going to really give you lessons about the seventh house. You understand? So you will have a search of, I would say, even more motivation to take action in your relationship, just really romantic relationship, professional, personal relationship, anything. It's going to be really time for you to learn the boundaries, to respect other person, to respect the position, to learn how to listen and to really hear what person telling you, because this is definitely, I always mention, it's one of the highest level of sharing, when we really know how to be for somebody present and not just right away think what I'm going to say next or to fix other person. It's really important. This is really real friendship and caring. So it's really important, guys. And you will feel the all the disagreement potential in relationship. It's really you are the one who can control, because you are the energy provider. To be Aries, to have a very important planet, your Lord Mars, and and it's really important. Usually when Mars change you areas, no matter what you feel the most, you and Scorpio, but especially you more than actually even Scorpio. Now, because of the seventh house, the partnership, right, period, you need to almost like to rethink how you can improve your communication with other people, and how you can start to learn more and more how to balance your own such amazing energy. And the seventh house is the house of Libra, which is a position sign of you. And it's about, again, it's about anything like a private parts, anything around the production, chakras. It's your lungs, your low back, your renal system, adrenaline, the way how you get, passion or maybe angry, your kidneys. So really repeat, the more number one is to pay attention on any anger or relationship, because remember, the first house, it's about me, and opposition of the first house is the seventh house. So this period of time, it's not about you, it's about your partner or anyone who you interact the most. It's really important. It can be just just simply your friend, so it's really important. I don't think I missed anyone, right? So the areas, and I start, no, I did miss. So we're gonna go next. After Aries, we have Taurus. Yes, I almost missed Taurus. No. Last video I missed Capricorn for solar eclipse. I'm gonna post for you guys. My real apologies. So for you guys, Taurus, Mars gonna be in your sixth house. Sixth house gonna make you super successful if you know how to use the sixth house, because this transit can increase your focus on your work, your health, and your daily routine. And for you, Taurus, if you're going to put your perseverance with this energy, you're going to be great results. Just make sure that whatever you attend to details can really benefit everyone, and you're not going to overdo and to be upset if the small details wasn't being taken to consideration in your workplace or at your home, or whatever you're doing the cleanup as well. It's going to be, by the way, for you guys, you probably have such an urgent desire to unclutter your space, your house, and you're going to have a lot of success with that. By the way, you can even resell, you have even success in resell stuff, which is before you couldn't even consider you can make money on it. You can this period of time, right? Because the Virgo energy can really give you proper structure, and it's you represent earth sign and Virgo represent earth sign, but with different dynamic, right? You're more stubborn, and Virgo stubborn too, but they're more flexible when it comes to common sense. For you, Taurus, sometimes even when you know it's common sense, but because your stubbornness sometimes keep you away of the bigger picture. So just still try to connect to the bigger picture why you're going to be in the sixth house. Now, with regards to your health, because it's the sixth house, you can feel almost very strong on the health, because when it comes Mars every time in the sixth house, because it's going to be in a Virgo for you, Taurus, it's going to connect to your digestive system. Make sure you really pay attention what you eat, and if you chew properly, if you really take your time to for your meal, your kidney, your large intestines, your colon, and your uterus and your anus. So it's really important. Okay, so definitely pay attention to your health, exercise, and restrict with the food. Just eat only when you're really hungry, and when you in food which is can heal you. Sixth house, it's the must. But again, your nervous system, it's number one, because when our kinesiology, when our muscles tight in our body get in a sentence, then we're not happy. The body, not happy body, cannot be healed and cannot be healthy. So number one medicine is the happiness for no reason. This is what really we all need. So I wish you good luck. Bye next one, we have Gemini. So for you guys, Gemini, this time Mars going to be in your fifth house, and it can make you can become a little bit overcritical, or of doubting almost your own self, your own creativity, your own romantic ability, if it's actually even possible to have romance, if it's actually possible to have relationship with the flame, and how. So it's like a slave, you're gonna try to almost doubt your own self-expression because of the Ketu there, right? Because Ketu gonna control Mars and tell Mars what to do. Now, that's why for you guys, creativity, the, to express yourself, perhaps to paint, to create something with your hand, to reorganize, to redesign your home. It's going to be amazing, amazing for you. It's going to almost look kind of healing. And pay attention to your kids. Don't to have conflict for no reason. Don't raise your voice on your kids. Try to be the best mentor and righteous soul you are as a parent to your own children, right? No matter what age they are. So this is really important. This period of time can make you closer or can create additional conflict with your children. You don't want that, right? So just pay attention to that and to your loved ones as well. Now, fifth house is the house of Leo. So you need to pay attention to your heart. Anything around the healthy heart. So it's walking, it's exercising, it's to create like a good breathing exercise. Is the body vitality, by the way. It's your belly, it's your the heart chakra is extremely important, your spine, your heart, your liver, your spleen, extremely important. Like really, really pay attention to anything around what I mentioned, those parts. Okay. I wish you good luck. Now, next one is Cancerian. And for you, Cancerians, it's going to be in the fourth house, in your own house. You're the only sign of the zodiac signs which is getting your own house this time. So, when it's in your own house for Cancerian, it's always like a double energy. It's even more multiply sensitivity, everything connect to your mother ancestral lineage, to your home, right? So you'll have some certain energy to motivate yourself, act with regards to home, relate to different projects. Maybe you want to renovate your home. Maybe you wanted to move to another place. You're going to really think about all these details, very practical, everything around the land. And as well, because of your mother and sister lineage, it's really important to see what additional homework can be done there, what healing you can do, right? And to not get any conflicts. Your mom may require or may need some help of yours with regards to her health. Your mom health can be trigger this period of time as well. So just to pay attention. Now, because it's the own house, remember it's represent breast, it's represent chest, all this chest area, lung, stomach, and your colon system, and as well the inside of the heart, right? Because according to ancient, Leos represent outside the shape of the heart, and Cancer represent the inside, the smashy part of the heart. And especially inflammation, anything connected to inflammation, make sure you eat food properly, your elbow joints and internal organs of the heart, right? Like I meant, very, very important. So definitely consider and pay attention, and don't be, don't distract yourself with, don't create any movies of sensitivity, right? Don't dig too deep, dig too much, right? Don't create any movie and then you're gonna leave this movie. Nobody actually knows what's going on inside of your head while you're suffering. So this is not good. Mars gonna play with this. So just pay attention, because it's in your own house. It's gonna be like not even double, triple, 10 times more energy for you. So I'm just telling you, Cancerians, because you're such a big soul, make sure you understand. Then Mars can trigger, especially your health. So emotions in control, extremely important. Okay, you in control, not your emotions. Okay, I wish you good luck. Thank you, guys. Next time we have Leo. Now for you, Leos, it's going to be in the third house, and the third house for Leo, what it can be trigger, it's actually your mouth, the how you're going to communicate. And you Leos, sometimes you order people not because you are superior with the energy, but the way how you sometimes talk to people, they can think then you want to look you smarter and more beautiful and whatever, more and more and more. Perhaps you are, but we need to be smart. How we interact with other people, we never in our intention even to make sure that we never put anyone down. You understand, because it governs your communication, learning, and social intentions. And because it's you will have the urge of expressing yourself and the way how you communicate your ideas, how you engage in society and activities. So like I said, just make sure you pay attention to that. Really, in a nutshell, for you, you need to understand this type of combination going to definitely push you to feel a little bit more superior, and Ketu will make sure then you will be, so to say, to face some kind of challenge. Then you will have opportunity to prove then you already overcome your pride, your ego, to be here, heard by others, like when you speak, then everyone needs to pay attention, and your opinion, it's very value, and better. make sure you put this kind of on the side. I'm not saying to diminish yourself, but really kind of to control this type of ego, this type of energy of pride. Okay, it's gonna serve you better. I promise you. Now, because it's in your third house, the third house on a physical level, it's a house of Gemini, right? It's represent your ears, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your right ear, nervous system, because of the in your brain, your or chokhmah, the nervous system, which is comes the way how you intend see things, right? The patience. So you will have some kind of potentially patience issues because of the third house. Okay, so definitely pay attention, and I wish you good luck, guys. Okay, guys. So next one is going to be Virgo. It's going to be last. I did first Libra. So for you Virgos, it's going to be in your second house. Now, a second house, is the house of Taurus. You exchange this energy with Taurus, and you can feel some kind of motivation to action on financial matters, manage your possession, to understand what's happening right now in the market, perhaps whatever you have in a possession, how you can earn and make multiply more. It's really, really a good house, second house. Second house for Mars and 10 house. It's one of the best houses because it's the house of money, of sustenance, house of activity to multiply, and it's really make people happy because then you have more opportunities to create and to be more free in a sense, right? If you know how spiritually use your sustenance, probably. And as well, it can push you toward impulsive spending. It's can be create kind of conflicted energy with the money, and make sure there's no conflict with your household. Even though Virgo usually good with money, because of the second house, you suddenly will feel urge to update things for yourself, to, like I said, anything connected around the financial matters, it's going to be very, very big. But because Ketu, I do not recommend to make any really important decision this period of time. I just really don't recommend, because Ketu, it's all about illusion and misleading. He's gonna show you some sweet treat, but then when you eat, it's gonna be bitter. So just really do your homework, really double check everything, and only then make decision. Now, Taurus on a physical level, because the second house for you, Virgo, from Taurus, represent body parts, right eye, throat, neck chakras, mouth, teeth, gums, larynx, and gullet. So definitely pay attention. It's extremely important. Now, as I promised you guys, I want to show you when Mars moving tomorrow on October 5th, you see he's in total conjunction with Ketu. And it's definitely going to be interesting period of time. Let me just move a little bit forward so you can see how Mars going to move until he will change the position. So you will check, you see on my left hand side, you can see the dates, October 10 now, this is October 11. So I'm just helping you. You can rewatch this video, and when it comes to, for example, October 14, by the way, October 14 lunar eclipse, look what's happening here, right? I made another video. I really recommend for you to watch this video. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So definitely prepare a few days before, a few days after, and on the day of October 14, which is Shabbat, which is amazing. Try not to go out during the time of solar eclipse, especially if you live in South America, and even anywhere in North America. We're going to be influenced by this combination big time. Now we're going further. I'm just going to use my arrow. I'm not going to make any comments. I'm just doing this, guys, for you, to provide for your convenience. So if you will be able to take your chart, you always can pause this video and check your chart, see what do you have, anything in Libra on the degrees where Mars passing by. You can see he's, I'm going to show you, see, he's here, right? You can see, especially we have, and don't forget, we're going to have a sun as well, sun in Libra, and sun not strong in Libra. So another way why those eclipses, okay? So we in November, we're already November 5th, November 6th, 17th, we're going to, until the Mars will change his position to Scorpio. Let's see. Okay. So November 17, really November 16, he's going to start his transition more powerful. And November 17, he already going to be in Scorpio. It's going to be another interesting time when Mars in his own house in Scorpio. This is another position, it's like I will compare with Moon in Cancer. It's more difficult than we think, even though it's in his own house, because it's multiply all the emotions. And Mars in Scorpio, he's multiply, a lot of things, whatever Mars energy represent. So, but it's all, we never receive anything from cosmic energy, then it's not can benefit our spiritual process, our spiritual growth. So it's all what we need to keep in mind, guys. We're not here to be disabled by information or to have any fear. To bring awareness, to work with the sky, to work with this energy, and to be in total control. This is the whole thing about. Okay, so I wish you guys many blessings. If you have any questions, you're interesting to have a reading with me, you can see email under each video. It will be my pleasure to work with you. All the best. Bye-bye.